Hello, everyone. This is Cinema 77 Horror Cult Film Lover. I'm back. This time I'm going to do a haul video, and I got a nice stack of stuff here that I acquired over the last week. And yeah, I'm very happy with what I got, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. First thing I want to show off is this new, you see the new hat that I'm wearing here? Slashers. And I think the company is called Puck Hockey. I think that's what it is. There's a card right there, and there's some of the info on there if you want that, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, things like that. But yeah, I saw this. I saw this hat at the store, and I just couldn't resist. I had to get my hands on it. I just thought that was so cool. Totally. So I just had to have that. So that was like the first thing I got, and so now we're gonna get started. Like, if anybody's watching this has ever watched any of my old haul videos, usually what I always do is I start with the non-horror stuff, and then work my way into the horror stuff. So I got several things here. So the first thing that I want to show is I got the soundtrack to The Hateful Eight, which I love the soundtrack. I love Ennio Morricone's music. I think it's fantastic. I think the music he did for this movie is fantastic. Some of the other songs on here are really good. I love, the Roy Orbison song. Let's see, There Won't Be Many Coming Home. I love that song. There's, David Hess from Last House on the Left. His song, Now You're All Alone, is on here. And so, yeah, really glad to finally have this. I had this on my Amazon wish list forever. And I think on Amazon they wanted like $10.99 for it. I got this for $7.99. So yeah, pretty happy to get that. So finally got the Hateful Eight to my music collection. So I'm happy about that. Okay, I got four titles here they're not horror, they're erotica. So for people who tune into my channel and you love it when I talk about sexy erotic films and stuff, I got four things here to show you that I think you're going to be interested in. The first thing here is our old buddy Tinto Brass did not disappoint. I found another one of his movies. This one is called Paprika. So, hang on a minute there. I got to cover her tushy there. So anyway, though, yeah, just that's new movie by Tinto Brass, and gonna be, says here it's life in a brothel. A young country girl, voluptuous Deborah Caprigaligo. Sorry, I probably butchered that name. Comes to town and takes a job in a brothel in order to help her fiancé get the money to start his own business. In her newfound work of pleasure, the innocent girl's life slowly turns into sleaze and degradation, and she becomes a professional prostitute named Paprika, a nickname given to her by the madam of the establishment. So, yeah. So, another one from our buddy Tinto Brass, another erotic film. So, talk about that later. This one sounds pretty interesting. Camille 2000. A film by Radley Metzger, a masterpiece of its kind, an erotic film invested with taste, sophistication, and real emotion. So yeah, that's definitely something we can talk about. And looks like it might be pretty good. A child of the 60s sexual revolution, beautiful, sensuous Marguerite is addicted to sex and money. She is kept by a wealthy man, has a string of young lovers, and hosts wild orgies in her luxurious villa. When she falls in love with the handsome bachelor Armand, he insists on absolute fidelity. Known by her reputation, Armand's controlling father soon interferes, triggering a tragic turn of events. So yeah, figure this could be definitely something worth making a video about down the road, and for fans of my erotic videos and stuff. So erotic movie reviews. There we go. So Camille 2000. We'll see what that one's about. This one here, I'm actually surprised I was able to find these because I believe these are out of print now. So I'm really happy I was able to get these. And I've heard of the show. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I've heard it's pretty risque and everything else. But I was surprised to get, I think there were 4 seasons altogether on this one, but 4, maybe 5 seasons. But at least I got season 2, and that is Secret Diary of a Call Girl. I got season 1, starring the scrumptious Billy Piper right there. So, inspired by the true life adventures of a notorious escort, Billy Piper is extraordinary. It's her business doing pleasure with you. So yeah, I've heard of this show. I haven't had a chance to see it when it was on Showtime, but figure hopefully over time I can catch the other seasons of this too, and I can have the whole set Like I said, I don't think this went beyond 5 seasons. So I think it's like 4 or 5 at most. So I got season one, and here's season number two. So, like I said, I was really, really surprised I was able to find these because I think these are no longer in print. At least every time I tried looking it up on Amazon or whatever, I couldn't find them. Or if I did find them, they wanted ridiculous money for them. So anyway, so yeah, I was happy to finally get season one and two of those. So yeah, that's all the non-horror stuff. So now we're going to get into the horror stuff. Now, also too, this is for the fans of my channel who love it when I talk about erotic movies and stuff, and hopefully you like it when I talk about sexy erotic horror films. I got a couple of them here that I think you'll definitely be interested in. The first one here I got is Carl Anderson's Underground Vienna Years. We got Mondo Weirdo and Vampiros Sexos. So this is another one, comes from Cult Epics. Apparently this is limited because if you see there, I've got number 916 out of 2000. So I just figured it was going to be like vampire movies or something, but then when I read it, I've already seen these. I've just watched them earlier today, and I'll do a review on these. But yeah, these are they're vampire movies, but they're also hardcore sex films and everything else. So I figured we'll talk about those in a future video. But I thought, yeah, when I saw this the other day, I thought, it's horror, it's sex, it's everything that usually people who tune into my channel would go for. So I thought, yeah, I'd pick this up and we'll talk about this movie down the road. So Mondo Weirdo and Vampiros Sexos. So we got that. And this here I was really surprised to find. I'm glad I found it. I've actually been wanting this for a long time. And it goes for crazy money on Amazon alone. But I was able to find it for a knockdown price. We have the Redemption Collection of the Cinema of Jean Rollin, the Vampire Collection. There we go. This comes with The Rape of the Vampire, The Nude Vampire, Shiver of the Vampires, Requiem for a Vampire. So yeah, I've done reviews on these erotic vampire movies and stuff that Redemption have put out in the past. I've been trying to collect more and more of their stuff, but yeah, this here, and you can see it's got the numbers or the videos there. They're all numbered. I know, like Mood 616. I know he's got he's got pretty much the entire line of Redemption titles and stuff, and I've got a long way to go, and I'm not sure I'd even be able to get all of them, but I can give it the old college try. But I figured, yeah, I'd go ahead and pick these up, and I can do reviews on these, and sorry, I got on the wrong way. I pick these up, I can do reviews on these, and I think the fans of my channel will be very happy about that. So look forward to these coming, before too long. So, all right, now we're gonna move on. I cannot believe I found this for only $2.50, and I was really, really glad to be able to get my hands on this. Of course, now that I did, Arrow Films will probably turn around. They'll put this out in a brand new, Blu-ray edition, 4K scan, all the bells and whistles. I'm waiting for that. But I figured, on Blu-ray right now for $2.50, I'm happy to have it. And that is the Midnight Madness series collection of Dead Heat with Tree Williams, Joe Piscopo. I love this movie. I've watched it a lot when I was a kid. Have a lot of fun with this. Good, funny zombie horror comedy. Great special effects. Just some of the stuff they got going in there. Some of the creatures look amazing. Of course, I still have my DVD. I made a DVD combo pack out of it because the DVD has bonus features. The Blu-ray is bare bones. That's why I was saying, it's like now that I got this for $2.50, yeah, I figure any time now it's going to be Arrow is going to come out and say, "Yep, we're putting this out. We're putting this is getting all the bells and whistles and the full treatment and everything else." So I'm waiting for that now. So the reason why I say Arrow, it seems like Arrow's put out new Blu-rays of just about all these movies in the Midnight series or Midnight Madness series. So I figure it's only a matter of time before they do this one too. Somebody will. Guarantee that. Somebody will. But anyway, though, right now, just happy to have it in high definition for $2.50. I figured, why not? Go ahead and do it. Okay, we got this one. I think this is PG-13. So we'll see. Some PG-13 horror movies are okay, just depending on the story and stuff. But Now we have One Missed Call. I've heard of this movie. I haven't seen it. I believe it's an English remake of a Asian horror film. So Shannon Sossman, Ed Burns, Ray Wise. So we'll see what it's about. Happens to one, then another, then another. College students discuss or discover eerie voicemail messages on their cell phones. Each call comes from the near future. Each call has the chilling voice of the student during his or her last minutes alive, and each call comes true. Terror is one missed call away in this got your number shocker based on the hit Japanese thriller. Does the viral spree of calls have a single source? Is there something that links the victims? Psych student Beth Raymond and Detective Jack Andrews scramble for answers. I can't read today. And they're working fast because Beth has just discovered an ominous message. So yeah, I haven't seen it. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it won't be too bad for a PG-13 horror movie. So, but another one. I got it for $2.50, so I figured I'd take a chance on it. We'll see what happens. Another one, $2.50. I'm glad to have this because I got the first one. I'm glad to finally get the second one. Even though I heard it's not as good as the first one, I got Mirrors 2 unrated. So, Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So, happy about that. Not too bad, $2.50. I've been wanting to get this so I could have both of the Mirrors movies. Like I said, I got the first one over here in my collection somewhere. And so now I got this one to go along with it. So I'm happy about that. So we'll see. Okay, and here we go. Here's a remake I actually don't mind. It's not the best movie ever, but it's definitely better than a lot of the other remakes I've seen. And that is, I had this on DVD, upgraded for $2.50. Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins in The Wolfman. So I've heard about this, and the best way I watched this was when you watch Boost to Reboots on YouTube. Andy, the maniacal cinephile, he did Boost to Reboots where he discussed this movie and kind of goes through it, and it's pretty good. It's very funny and get some good jokes out of it, but also kind of talks about the movie and stuff. But yeah, I like this. This is actually one of the better remakes. It's not bad, so I don't mind it. It's got good gothic atmosphere. It's it is a horror movie. At least it's not like The Mummy where they keep trying to. At least when they redid this, they did it as a horror film. Whereas like The Mummy, every time they try to reboot it, like, they try to do it as like the Brendan Fraser, Indiana Jones, Army of Darkness wannabe, or they try to do it as in like another one of Tom Cruise's like Mission Impossible movies or something. So at least this here, they did try to do it as a gothic horror film. And so I appreciate it for that. So I don't mind this remake too much. So glad to finally, and upgraded it finally to Blu-ray. So I'm happy to have that. So $2.50. So another one here, $2.50. And this kind of goes sort of with the other one I got. But this here, we got, I had this one on DVD and I upgraded this one to $2.50. Or no, wait, this was $5. I'm sorry. $5. This is Fright Night 2, The New Blood, unrated. This is actually a sequel to the remake, not to the original Fright Night. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's any good. I'm sure some people can tell me, but hopefully it will be. I'm not a fan of the remake, I got to be honest with you. So I'm kind of going into this blind. But I just figured I got it for a good deal and check it out and everything else. So at least if nothing else, I can have it for the collection. But yeah, I'm not really breaking my ass to get the remake of Fright Night anytime soon. But I figured this one here, I've heard people say this is actually a little bit better than the remake. So hopefully we'll find out. So we'll see what happens. So Friday Night 2, The New Blood. Isn't that what, yeah, they stole that title from Friday the 13th Part 7. What do you know? And the last Blu-ray I got, and the last but definitely not least, I am so happy to finally have this on Blu-ray. I never could afford the Twilight Time copy of this, and just now to finally have it, I'm so glad. I have the original Fright Night on Blu-ray. Finally, thank you, Sony, Columbia Pictures. I'm surprised that this actually comes with bonus features, 2 audio commentaries, You're So Cool, Brewster documentary, which I've heard. I know it's not the full, almost 4-hour documentary that this is only covering, the part of the documentary on here only covers the making of the first movie. where the whole 4 hour documentary covers both the making of the first and the second movie. What is Fright Night featurette? Tom Holland writing horror featurette. Roddy McDowall from Apes to Bats featurette. First ever Fright Night reunion panel. Fear Fest 2, Shock Till You Drop presents Choice Cuts with Tom Holland and Ryan Turek. Vintage EPK and theatrical trailers. So just so happy to finally upgrade this to Blu-ray. The only thing is, I was like, I kind of feel a little let down because it's like, I kept my DVD to make it a combo pack. I just feel kind of let down that Sony never bothers to put artwork on their discs. It kind of makes it look like a bootleg. So I don't know if this is actually a Blu-ray or is it a BDR or what, but I understand it's still the movie in high definition, so I'm not complaining, but just, I'm so glad to finally upgrade this. And now I can honestly say I have this. I own Fright Night now on Blu-ray, DVD, digital. I have the soundtrack, so yeah, I do love Fright Night. It's a great movie from the 80s, and I'm really happy to finally own it. So yeah, great stuff. Glad to finally say I have Fright Night on Blu-ray. So there you go. Okay, these I picked up from a local Goodwill, and this one here, I'm not sure. This one may not even work. It's a little scratched up, but I figure I'd go ahead and take a chance on it. I've heard of this movie, I just haven't seen it. We have Saint Nick, This Christmas Board Up Your Chimney. So, as I said, this one here is a little beat up. I was just so, anxious to get this because of the title. I've heard of it, I hadn't seen it. So, I may have ended up picking a bad copy. We'll see, we'll find out, but hopefully at least it'll still be, I got to clean the disc up, get in a better case, and hopefully it'll still be watchable, but we'll see what happens. But St. Nick, glad to finally have this, and say hopefully it'll work. Hopefully I can watch it. And I don't want to end the video on the worst movie. Okay, this is probably the worst movie of the whole stack I picked up, and that is Pulse Unrated. I got Pulse 2. I just need this one now. And now I just need Pulse 3, and once I get that, then I'm done. I've seen this movie. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I just kind of wanted to get all through. Mainly, I'm getting it because it's part of the... No, it's not, is it? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought this was part of the Dimension Extreme series. That's one of the reasons why I got this. But apparently it's not. But also, too, I just thought I'd like to get it just so I could say I have the Pulse movies if anybody asks. But so anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, but just wanted to pick it up. And it was dirt cheap, so I figured, what the hell, why not? Go ahead and get it. This way I can complete my Pulse collection. So anyway, where there's that. Funny thing is, not a very good movie, and yet Wes Craven, the late great Wes Craven, co-wrote this movie, and I'd like to think that he wrote a great script, and then they came in and took it over and, made it more mediocre and nowhere near as good. I like to hope that. Because Wes Craven, in my opinion, was always a great writer. I always loved his writing. So anyway, there's that, And like I said, now we're on to the last video, and that was like the worst one. I didn't want to end the video on the worst movie. This one here, I haven't seen, so at least I can't say if this is the worst one or not. We have The Sacred. Some places are better left alone. So yeah, I haven't seen this movie. I don't know anything about it. It's a blind buy for me. It sounds pretty good. Let's see. A group of university students travel to a remote patch of land deep in Florida swamps to complete their thesis project on Native American folklore. These grounds have the power to bring sins back to life, to bring the dead back to life, punishing and killing whoever is guilty of serious crimes. As the students quickly find out, past actions can lead to present nightmares in The Sacred. So yeah, like I said, I haven't seen this movie. I know nothing about it. I picked it up. It's a blind buy. So check it out. Hopefully it's pretty good. So we'll see what happens. So not rated. So hopefully maybe it'll be some good gore in it and nudity, whatever, So let's see. I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like anybody familiar in this. Oh well. So anyway, that's going to do it. Okay. These are the DVDs we picked up this week. Well, the horror DVDs picked up this week. Got those. Some of the horror Blu-rays that I picked up here. We got these here. Hopefully you can see that. I think we got some good stuff. I'm especially pleased with the Fright Night and Dead Heat. Glad to have that. Wolfman wasn't too bad. So I think I got some good ones. There might be a couple of not so good ones here, but we'll find out. But anyway, still happy with what I picked up this week. And for the fans of my erotic videos, I got this one, Mondo Weirdo and Vampiro Sexos. And we got the Jean Rollin Vampire Collection. And these are going to have nudity in them. So yeah, happy to finally get those. Surprised to finally get these. Season 1 and 2 of Secret Diary of a Call Girl. And these are going to be fun to watch and review. So finally get a chance to check that out. And last, we got the Tinto Brass. We got Paprika. So look forward to that one coming. We got Camille 2000. This one will be down the road too. And Hateful Eight soundtrack. Already put this on my phone and my tablet and everything. So glad to finally have this soundtrack. And last but not least, we got the Great Slashers Puck Hockey Cap. Anyway, so that was it. Got a great haul this week, I think. If anybody took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. This is Cinema77, Horror and Cult Film Lover. And if you love, haul videos, people showing you the great stuff that they get, Blu-rays, DVDs, movie memorabilia, things like that. If you love watching that stuff, keep an eye on my channel. I do at least one of these a week, and I'm always finding interesting stuff I think it'd be great to talk about and everything. So yeah, sorry about the bragging, but just yeah, I think if you like stuff like Cinema 77 or Serial at Midnight or something, I think you like what I do. So anyway, that's going to do it. Everybody have a good night. Take care, and thank you again for watching. Have a good day.